That's the 8 o'clock scrum. Got out before it crashed. Okay, now we're all set. Back under 187. Okay, I'm not trading Tesla, it's just not reliable today. And yes, I know the music's loud, but I don't know why. That's why. I don't know why. Go figure. Tesla was in free fall and now it's bouncing. Morning, Ed. Morning, Steve. Oh, afternoon even, depending where you're from. I'll just make another cup of tea in my favorite boil. Just a fat guy on the internet, so don't worry about it. Yeah, we're not getting anywhere above that. 316 is the high. Well, it's actually not. The high on that is 332, but actually I'll just put one up there as well. It's a key level. Not a huge amount moving at the moment, but we'll see. What was I in Tesla for? I was in for a bounce, so I'll show you Tesla. So I traded Tesla simply because it went into free fall, and then I had these levels marked out from the last time I traded it. These are key levels. So when it started to bounce, 185 is a key level. So it broke below it, but then it came back up and found support at 185. I was watching this, and when it started to make its way back up again, I got in here and then I got out. So it's a small profit, 250. I thought we might get a bounce all the way up towards and break the VWAP or whatever, get up to maybe 188, 189, but we didn't. We still might do, but it's just looking a bit flaky at the moment. So as soon as it broke lows here, I got out. So that's why I was in Tesla. I was looking for this bounce. Huge sell-off. It's basically Tesla's down because it's reduced production in China. Hey Dave. So just looking for a reversal basically. I was looking for a hey Frank, how you doing? I was looking for a bounce on the bottom. Don't forget to check out the merch store. I've got mine. If you order today, you'll get it before Christmas. PayPal, I can have a look at PayPal. There's nobody trading it. This is your PayPal on the 1 minute. Have a look at it on the 15. pretty sideways. It sold off hard last week, but it's pretty sideways since last week. So in the 8-hour session, it's not really done anything, Eduardo. So that's PayPal for you. There's no volume. 97. PayPal's got it's a reasonable sized company and big enough float, but 97,000 shares traded. So 2,000 trades, less than 2,000 trades all session. So PayPal, not a lot happening with it. In fact, the market is gapping down slightly. Hey Ian, how you doing? Excuse me. Hey Alistair. I was pleasantly surprised with the England football performance yesterday. I didn't expect them to be so good, to be quite frank. I thought they were excellent. You knew that Senegal were going to come out, and to say that they weren't great for the first half an hour, but they actually were. The Senegal are a good side. They're the African champions, so you don't become African champions without being a good side. But they came out of the blocks really energetic and went after England, and England kind of nullified them. They had a couple of good chances, but England kept them to nil. And from that point, and Jude Bellingham, what a player! What a player! Yeah, so did I, Alistair. So we probably had the same idea. So yesterday, I was slightly inebriated by the end of the evening. You never thought Henderson would perform like that, Ian. Well, I see it week in, week out. I'm a Liverpool supporter, so Henderson is an extremely underrated player. He's a lot better than people give him credit for. Even Ferguson has said that. Alex Ferguson. Well, Chinese stocks have gapped up, but they're not. It doesn't seem like they're holding the gains. I mean, Billy's just barcoding most of the time. So Yi, XPEV, NIO. I've not got all of these. So Pinduoduo, but Alibaba, don't seem to be holding the gains. So I'll be getting rid of a few of these off the list shortly. Morning. But the question is, how long have you been a City fan, Ian? Have you you've only just started supporting them, or were you a Chelsea fan 10 years ago? I can check on GCT. I certainly can. This is GigaCloud Technology. It's slightly up on the day, 7%, but there's no volume. 30,000 shares traded so far. It's up at 820s, nearly testing 830s. It's been up as high as 850 today, but there's nobody trading it. Again, it's low volume. It has been low volume for a while now, GCT. So you need more volume. It needs a catalyst, is what it needs. Actually, talking of catalysts, Veru has earnings today, but no one's trading it yet. Well, absolutely. I think if we can get 22k today, I'll just take next week off. We'll trade the rest of the week and take the last 3 weeks of December off. Probably not. Let's actually tell a lie. Let's have a look at my stats. And where have I put my stats? That's where I put them on. I put them on my Benzinga page. Okay. So year to date, we're 40k off we're 1.16 based on Friday's results. We're still 40k off the annual goal. However, that being said, we're going to have to overachieve on the annual goal in order to hit our net number. So we are slightly down on the net number right now. We've still got a little bit of a way to go. We've got 60k to go on the net, 50k, 40k on the growth, but 60k on the net. Now you can't have a larger growth than you can have a net. Well, you can, but only if it's negative. So we need 60k net to get over that 1 million net number this year rather. So that's where I'm at the moment. Was it Stuart Pearce that put James up as manager, that put James up front as a striker? I think it was, wasn't it? Stuart Pearce decided to lump James up front. That's correct, Dave. Limit orders, limit orders only pre-market. Limit orders only. And Dave, I know you were asking in the Discord about Veru, and it does have earnings today. But what I would say is that trade the action. Don't try and anticipate how the market's going to go, because it might have great earnings, but it could sell off, and vice versa. It might have really bad earnings and rally. I've seen that happen time and time again. So don't try and anticipate the action. Just wait for the price action to decide. Wait for the market to decide what. Well, I hope so. Look, I'm not at this stage, Alistair. I've got total apathy towards the goal, if I'm being completely honest right now. I want to get that 7-figure number, but I'm so close to it that, as far as I'm concerned, it's a win. This year's been an absolute win in terms of I've outperformed last year. This is my best year in trading, and it's in a bear market, so that bodes well for the future. So yeah, no problem. But if I don't get the 7-figure, it'll just make me a little bit more determined to do it next year. Yes, I have a Discord channel. It's a private Discord channel. Because, right, okay, Dave, so there's no market orders pre-market because there is no market. There has to be an open market for market orders to execute. The whole point of pre-market is it's out of hours trading. The market isn't open, so you can't have market orders when the market isn't open. So the clue's in the title. Without sounding with the risk of sounding a little bit condescending, and stop orders. All stop orders is a market order. It's get me out of this position as quickly as possible if it reaches this position. It's a market order, and that's why stop orders don't work either, because they're essentially just a market order to sell at a particular level. So that's why market orders don't work, because there's no market. Well, I'm happy with it, Ed, for sure. Now, I have I've tried using limit stop orders, and it just doesn't work either. Let me see if I can. because you need to put the two prices in. The problem with limit stop orders, it becomes convoluted. You need to put the price, the limit price, and you need to put the trigger price in there. So I'm not sure if it will actually work, or whether the actual price is a market order, or whether it just starts to. I'll try it one day. It just seems a bit complex for me. I might have a play with it later, actually. I'll try it on the paper account. See if I can get that working. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Looks like Cristiano Ronaldo's going to end up moving to Al Yassa in Saudi Arabia. Well, if he's not racking up 40 goals a season playing for Al Yassa, then he's no right to be having a conversation about being the best of all time. Sense Bioscience moving again. It's moved up a couple of times over the last week or so, but then it sold off last week, over the last couple of weeks, but it sold off Thursday, Friday. However, that being said, it does have a catalyst today. So Sense Biosciences announces completion of clinical portion of overdose protection trial. And that just dropped. The last 5-10 minutes. Breaks $3, I might be interested. I use the charts from DAS Trader, Ian, and also TradingView. But what you're looking at is DAS Trader charting, but I've also got a TradingView window open as well. I'll just tap in the ticker on TradingView if I want to look at more detailed information over a longer period, for example. Rejected at $3. Nice little pullback there as it happens. I disagree there, Ian. I think it's fairly straightforward, but I mean, each to their own. I actually think Dash Trader is very user friendly. It's very intuitive. But it takes a while to practice with it. I mean, if you're in the, I think if you're in the Discord, check out because I've loaded my files up there for anybody using Dash Trader to get this similar kind of setup that I use, complete with the hotkeys and hot buttons and everything else. So if you're in the Discord, check that out. Hey Imran, good to see you, buddy. Hey Mike. Didn't see you on Friday, but thanks for the shout out in the Discord. That paid off absolutely wonderfully on Friday. Did that? No worries. And play around with the scripts. If the scripts that are on the hotkeys and the hot buttons aren't suiting, you play around with them. Just alter the numbers, alter the quantities, change from bid to ask, or vice versa. Just play around with it. Same with the stops. Because I've got stops I've got hotkeys for static stops, I've got hotkeys for trailing stops. But when I start using a particularly higher priced volatile stock, and then I have to use the montage because that's not my comfort zone, so I don't have hotkeys outside of my comfort zone, and that's something I maybe need to set up and just do it a little bit different. $0.01 moved up a good 80 cents, 90 cents even on that news. So the question is, will it bounce at the VWAP here at the 9 EMA as well? Will it bounce at the $0.75 level? So there's a confluence of support areas there, and I'm looking at on the hourly chart, on the daily chart, and there's the $0.75 level is a key level. It does have a history there in terms of support. Look at this on the 60-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you've got $0.75 level here. You've got it as a resistance. I'll just put a $0.75. You've got a resistance and support, resistance, resistance. So the $0.75 level here, 275's key level, resistance and support. It's not massive volume. There's nothing with any massive volume right now, Super Chip, unfortunately. Oh, eToro's a dog. It really is. eToro's a dog. The problem with eToro is it's not granular. A, they don't have the full order book. B, you can't do limit orders. It's all or nothing. C, the spreads are terrible. D, there's no hotkeys or hot buttons. Execution's extremely slow. There's no VWAP. A lot of the technical indicators are missing. So yeah, eToro's not built for day trading at all. I could go on. I lost money with eToro on that basis. You can trade futures. You can, as a beginner, it's okay to understand and take your first trade and learn how to lose money. But if you want to be profitable, you want a more granular, more intuitive platform than what eToro gives you. Sterling Trader, I mean, what you want to be doing is if you're taking a new, let's say for example, I recommended Interactive Brokers or Speed Trader or Capital Markets Group. If they have options for multiple platforms, use them all. Get a trial of each one. Use a trial because they'll give you usually a 2-week trial of each one. So get a trial of all 3, 4, 5 platforms or whatever it is. Find which one suits you best. Find which one you're more comfortable with. I'm comfortable with Dash Trader, so that's what I use. It's what I recommend to people. By all means, use a Sterling Trade. It's equally as good a platform. TC2000. Whatever. If you like MetaTrader, I hate MetaTrader. It's built for Forex. But if you like MetaTrader and you've got a Forex background and you're comfortable with that, then use MetaTrader or whatever it is that you're comfortable with. But the principles are the same. But what I would say is try them all out. Don't just stick, just because if you're taking the Day Trade with Tony course and you see me trading with Dash Trader, don't just take my word for it. Try Dash Trader. Get the 2-week trial for free on the website and try it out. Sterling Trader, speak with your broker. They'll give you a practice version of Sterling Trader for 2 weeks, and you can try that out on a paper account and fine. Whatever your broker will work with, they will usually give you a paper account to trade with and practice with for a couple of weeks. So try it out. You can do swing trading with any broker there, Super Chip. What you'll find is that your overnight margin may be less than what you're trading with, so your leverage is less. So swing trading, I wouldn't recommend swing trading on high leverage anyway, because you've always got an increased risk of holding something overnight or over the weekend or however long you're swinging for. So you want to be ideally swing trading with cash, as opposed to using leverage. That way you're not going to get stung. You're not going to blow up your account while you can't get out. But most brokers will allow you to swing trade anyway. The thing is, with something like an Interactive or a CMEG, they'll give you a certain amount of leverage, but your overnight buying power is a fraction of that. And I think, Ian, eToro is whilst it's very user-friendly, it is easy to use. That's negated by the amount, and it's free commissions as well. It's negated by the amount of functionality that it does not have, and of course the stocks that it does. If you're looking for high volatile stocks, the likelihood is eToro's not carrying them. And also with eToro, if you're going to use it as an investment platform, I would advise against it, because very often it's CFDs and you're not the actual underlying asset that you're buying. So double check that depending where you are with eToro. Sometimes they'll buy, you're buying the underlying asset and the shares are yours. But more often than not, it's a CFD and you don't actually own the shares. So just be careful with eToro. You don't miss a lot there, Neville. There's not a lot moving right now. Nsense is the biggest mover right now, but it's pulling back some. So had a catalyst, and this is what you've got to be wary of as well. Is that first pullback? Once you've got to a certain level, once you're in profit, whether you take profit or not, if you've got that first pullback and you move it. So for example, here we got this move up, first pullback, 275 key level, but first pullback it moves up. If you got in at say 285 or even 275, you got in here on the move up. Even if you didn't take profit, you get out when it breaks even. You don't wait for this to pull back like this. If it ends up being a scratch trade, it's a scratch trade. If it doesn't continue, what you're looking for is higher highs and higher lows. If you're getting lower lows, it's a warning sign. It's an exit indicator. Get out. Well, I hope you got out as well there, Super Chip, and didn't hold it. This is just retraced all its gains. So probably look at something else. No problem at all, Ian. Some of Digital Brands has just moved up, just had a nice little pop, breaking highs. So DBGI expects closing of sundry acquisition in the next 2 weeks. That's what came out last week on Friday. Is there any new catalyst, or is it just a continuation? It just looks like a continuation from Friday. So what's the short interest? It is quite heavily shorted. It's like 20% shorted, so this could be of interest. A little bit of a pullback. No, Tesla actually went on to break 190, and I did say it would, but I just didn't have the conviction with it. I could have made a couple of thousand on that one if I just held. No, you don't want to be doing that to me, DBGI. Come on. That's just silly. Well, just bought the dip. Not panicking there. That's algorithmic trade, so I'm expecting that just to get bought right back up again. Morning, J-Spec. I told you to get bought right back up again. Just locking a little bit in and reducing my exposure. This is volatile for pre-market. Out between the spreads just right now. Just lock a little bit more in, a couple of $100. Now we're back over 430, which is where we want to be. You practice, J-Spec. Just practice. You get to see the action. You're watching the ticker tape, and you're watching the if you're watching the ticker tape and you're watching the prices going through the level 2, you know when it's just an algorithmic flush, and sometimes that's when you buy the dip, because you know it's based on the price action. You get that engulfing candle. You know it's just algorithmic trades. It's going to get bought right back up, and that's when you buy the dip, because you know it's going to get bought right back up. Struggling up at 435, so I'm just going to take half of that off, and we've got over $1,000 on that already. Yeah, and that's the problem that you have pre-market, is when it's particularly volatile like that. It's not exactly high liquid. It's not exactly a high liquid stock either. Then you're going to get gaps in the price action. What I mean by that, gaps on the level 2, which then forces the algorithmic trades the algos to actually move the price action huge amounts. And when you've got people buying it up, as we did then, high volume candle, and then it just dropped, but the next candle was also high volume and coming in for straight away. That, like, hang on a minute, don't panic. Like, it's like the algos stop hunting or whatever. Don't panic. Just wait for the move back up. Buy the dip, and then you can actually wait for the move back up, which is what I'm doing right now. It's a bit like Mr. Buffett saying, just getting out of that. When others are being fearful, then's the time to be brave. So that huge flush down pre-market, you've got to understand that there's a difference between a real flush, which is based on news, and an algorithmic flush like that, which is just basically the market makers either stop hunting or clearing the order books because there's a gap in the price. in the price action. So this is moving up nicely. Got a little bit of a. Well, I hope you managed to get some of that as well, Alistair. What am I trading? This is Digital Brands Group. The ticker is DBGI. Yes, you can do options in Robinhood, as far as I'm aware, but I'm not telling you where to enter. I don't do stock signals or picks like that. That's I teach people how to trade. I'm of the mantra: give a man a fish, and he might eat today, but you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. So I'm trying to teach people how to fish here, Sandeep. You want stock picks? Go and pay for go and pay in a Discord or not a Discord, a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group that you're going to lose money. Signals don't work. They simply don't. You pay for one of those groups that are going to tell you when to get in and when to get out. It's a pump. I got somebody tagged me in TikTok actually earlier over the weekend by the crypto free crypto signals, and I'm like. The reason it's free, it's a pump and dump. I don't know, it's a Discord or whatever. It's a pump and dump setup. It's a scam. So they will send you the signals when they're in, waiting for you guys to pump it up. And of course it's free because the more people that join the group, the more people then buy it and pump it up. And as soon as they hit their price target, they'll pull the rug and get out, and away you go. That's how it works. They give you this pump and dump channels, whatever. They give you the name of the crypto coin that they're going to be pumping about a few minutes before that you're due to pump. They're already in by then. They're already in at a much lower price. So they've steadily, rather than getting in and pumping it themselves, they've steadily accumulated at the bottom level, and then they say this is the coin we're going to be pumping. Then get a couple of million people all buy it. It's a shit coin. All buy it, and the price moves up, and then they get out. And then they tell everybody, right, get out. They're already out by then because it's crypto. It's not regulated, JSpec. That's the problem with it. That's how they get away with it. Is DBGI not on your scanners there, Super Chip? I'm surprised. NIO hitting my scanners as well. New highs. Let me have a quick look at NIO because I like NIO. Very popular. There we go. New highs. NIO moving up. I'm going to replace Lou with NIO. On the watch list. And that one's massive moving up. There's nobody trading it, so I'm going to replace this with DBGI. So we're up here now. We've got to be careful up here because it's a little bit extended. So now we're looking for a continuation. NIO long term, I'm not so sure. I mean, they've got a really nice supercar that's an EV. As an EV, I've not seen them outside of the Chinese market right now. But the question there is will they be able to compete with the big boys? It's the same question with Tesla. Tesla got the market drop on the big boys. That's why Tesla is still, doing reasonably well. And I'm not bullish on Tesla long term. I think Tesla's going to struggle when you look at the build quality of a Tesla and compare it to the build quality of a Volvo or a BMW or one of the big auto manufacturers equivalent EV. The build quality is far superior than what you're getting with a Tesla. But Tesla now have the brand, they have the name, and as such, they're doing reasonably well. Well, I don't know what scanners you're using, Super Chip, but I can see it on Benzinga for sure. Well, you can see it on Benzinga. It's the top of the DBGI is the top momentum stock right now. on Benzinga right here. Digital Brands Group. XPEV moving up as well. Billy and Alibaba just struggling at the moment. AVXL might get a continuation. Kind of trying to get green again on the day, but I'm not feeling it. $1,500's not a bad start. We've got 50 minutes to the bell. Yeah, just looking. I'm just looking at the scanners, trying to find anything else that's worth keeping an eye on right now. We're getting a little bit of it's kind of that. Let's see what's happening there. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm not. It's a nice flag formation there. A couple of wicks trying to spoil it, but BBGI might move up again. Yeah, we might get 450 out of this. Yeah, well, there you go. It had the catalyst and then just moved up and sold off. So, shame. But you get that all the time. We're dealing in the murky waters of penny stocks. We're dealing in the murky waters of these low float, low cap stocks, and you're going to get manipulation. I know it's regulated, and people say, "Ah, you can't regulate. It's too difficult to manipulate the regulated market." That's why all the con men and crooks go over to crypto. And no, actually, you can. I mean, there's a famous YouTube guru that just got fined for manipulating the markets there earlier this year, April this year. I'm not mentioning names. I don't wish to cast dispersions, but yeah. When you've got as big a following as him, of course people are going to ask questions. Who was the YouTube guru? I've just said I'm not going to name names, but yeah. I'll just say that his name. There you go, Tony. You said that, not me. It's common knowledge, but I don't want to be called out for bullying or harassment. I mean, the guy's he's a good trader. Don't get me wrong. He's a good trader, and he uses a lot of the same strategies and techniques that I use, which they are common knowledge. There are a lot of the strategies and techniques that I use, you can, if you do your own research like I did, you'll pick them up for free. You don't have to pay for a course. I'm not saying that paying for a course isn't going to shorten your journey to becoming profitable, but you need to educate yourself. But it's all the information is available for free if you really want to. If you really want to, or you pay me $150 and get access to the course and the Discord. How is he still got a platform, SBF? I really don't know. I mean, the guy should be locked up. They should be deplatformed. The guy has stole billions. He's lost billions for the average Joe public, and he's still out there doing his. He's probably getting paid to do these press conferences. By the way, these interviews. They're probably paying him money to do these interviews. Sam Bankman-Fried, and the guy's just he was in charge of a Ponzi scheme. He's admitted it himself. Amazon, AMZ or Amazon? Because AMZ is not a thing, but if you want me to look at Amazon, I can, which is AMZN. So Amazon's just sideways, choppy right now. It's kind of battling with the red-green line. It's below the VWAP, but it's sideways and choppy. Look at it at the 15-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Sold off pre-market on Friday, and it's just been sideways and choppy since. So yeah, that's Amazon right now. It's not really done anything from where it opened on Friday to where it closed, pretty much the same level, and where it is right now, Amazon's not really going in. For me, long term, Amazon's a steal right now. Discount buying opportunity. Not financial advice. What do I know? I'm just a fat bloke on the internet, just a fat guy on the internet. But I think it's my opinion, my own personal opinion, is that Amazon's a steal right now. They all like him because he's good. One, he doesn't listen to his lawyer's advice, which is entertaining, and two, he's an easy target. SBF isn't a business; he's a trust fund baby. That's what SBF is. Him and his girlfriend. You see them both in interviews. They can't believe they're lucky. They couldn't believe their lucky stars that they were in these positions of power with so much money at their fingertips, and neither of them had a clue of what they were doing between FTX and Alameda, and both of them as CEOs of both of those companies, and they're shacked up together, and both of them complete nerds. They haven't a clue what they were doing. They were just playing at it like it was Monopoly. And yes, there are other people pulling the strings, so you're absolutely right with that. But unfortunately, that's the way it is, J-Spec. The other people are pulling the strings, but you've got to have a patsy. Somebody's got to take the fall. And this guy hasn't. He's the patsy, and he's got to take the fall. But even he seems to be, he seems to have Teflon gloves. Procter & Gamble, shorting the next couple of months. It's looking very strong at the moment. Has been for the last couple of months. I've been very reluctant to look at this on the 15-minute. It's very strong. Look at it on the daily. It's even stronger. P&G. See, Procter & Gamble. Everybody's got Procter & Gamble. You go into your kitchen, open your cupboards, you'll see Procter & Gamble stuff. Guaranteed. Everybody's got Procter & Gamble stuff. They're one of the biggest conglomerates in the world. They're a good long-term hold. Shorting it for the next couple of months, do you know something I don't? Because I would certainly not take that risk personally. But Robinson, if you know something I don't, based on the daily, I mean, it's meeting this resistance level up here at 150, but it's going to go higher. I mean, look at this on the over the last while. It's a key level right now. It's a key level. It may pull back, but it's still going to go higher. So P&G is a good company. It's and I'm bullish on P&G long term. Sure. There you go, Neville. You know who I was talking about. Well, the thing is with Tesla, Neville, is that whilst they've got a brand name as an EV company, they need to become more than that. They are more than that, but they're not known for more than that. They're a data company. You look at the charging points and the charging networks. They're an infrastructure company. There's so much more that Tesla can be and will be. So which is why long term they've probably got a good future, but just not as an EV manufacturer. I think. And with Elon at the helm, they've got a PR disaster waiting to happen. It's simple. So I think Tesla, and if you know anybody that works for Tesla, they'll tell you that it's not a happy place to work. The majority of people that work for Tesla don't like Elon. So no, he's a PR disaster waiting to happen. And at the moment, he's had the Midas touch for the last 15, 20 years. And his bipolarizing opinions are going to come back to haunt him. You can't have those kind of bipolarizing opinions. It's the same thing with Donald Trump. He's you either love him or hate him, and the people that love him are almost cult-like in their passion for him, and people that hate him are he's the devil incarnate. Elon's going down that same route. So yeah. So SXPH, I pressed the wrong button there. Where'd it go? Here it is. So this is Shuttle Farmer. It's an interesting one. If we can break over $3, we could be at the races. It got rejected up at that 316 level. But it needs to be over the VWAP for sure. We've got a downwards resistance, descending resistance, which can be bullish depending on the support. Downwards resistance on Shuttle Farmer, so I won't be trading it unless it gets over $3, but it definitely needs to get over the VWAP. The VWAP currently is 288, so it needs to get over $3 for me. That's Shuttle Farmer. Yeah, exactly, get him. It's Tesla's a lot more than just an EV company, but that's what they're known for. It's like saying Amazon's a logistics company. They deliver your online shopping. Amazon's a lot more than a online retailer. They're so much more, and it's the enterprise side of the business that Tesla's got to tap into. And they've got a lot going for them, but like I say, a PR disaster waiting to happen in the CEO. What am I trading? I'm not trading anything at the moment. DBGI was what I was trading, but that's pulled back. Well, I'm just going to replace this trend line with a ray line because that's where the trend line was, and funnily enough, it popped up and met it. So I drew the trend line down here like that, and then it's met it there as well again. So we'll keep an eye at. We're 1500 up on the day, which is a good start. See, I'm not as bullish on Tesla long term, but I was holding. I didn't buy Amazon because it was too expensive. But since the stock split earlier this year, I've been accumulating Amazon as well. So yeah, I agree with you there, get him. I think Tesla, once they find the direction away from EV, and at this moment in time, once they start really meeting competition on the EV space, I want to see which way the stock goes. So I'm not going to buy and hold Tesla the same way I am with Amazon. And again, you know, we've got that, what's his name, the complete tool, hey, take the tool. He's another polarizing figure. If you've got low self-esteem and no common sense, you'll part with your money and you love the guy. But most people who are educated think that the guy's just a complete tool. So what I find amusing right now with Tate is that he started taking to Twitter and one-word comments on stuff that he finds offensive himself. It's like haram. I'm like, do you know what the word haram means? It's an Islamic term for unclean. And he's sat there smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, like strong liquor, which in Islam is all haram. He's trying to defend it, and he's made his fortune on the back of a porn website or cam website in Romania, which is haram. So his money is tainted, and he has the gall and the gumption to start making comments about things being haram when his entire personality is haram. Well, that's just me having a bit of a rant. Yeah, did anybody... I hope none of you got stuck in top ships over the weekend. I know we traded it on Friday, and we traded it well on Friday, but I'm just going to show this on... So this is it's Wealth Sketch Company. This has been doing the rounds for a few years like this. It's and I was talking about top shipping on Friday and how they make money, because they're not making money. If you look at the balance sheet, they don't make any money through the regular business. So what they do is they pump the price of the stock artificially and then hit the market with an offering. And then it comes back down again, and then at one stage when it reaches, so that money flows into the company, and then it's all of the stock is public, all that stock is public owned, so it's not a liability to the company. But the price of the shares then tanks. So what do? A few months later, they will do a reverse stock split. So they'll dilute the stock for a profit, and then they'll do a reverse stock split a few months later, and let's say they've got 5 million shares, they'll hit the market with a 5 million share offering. It'll dilute the stock, so then what they'll do is it goes to a tenth of what the price as it was, which is where it's at right now. It was up at $11, it's now under $2. So then what they'll do in a few months' time, when it's not doing anything, is they'll do so that they can stay on the market when it's under $1. They'll do a reverse stock split, and they'll be back to 5 million shares in the flow, and then they'll pump the stock again, and they'll get it up to like $6, $7, $8, and then they'll hit the market with another offering, and that money goes back into the coffers again. So it's a well sketchy company, but these garbage companies that are not making any money, that's another way that they can make money. So just be careful. Hey, Farron. So the protests in China is not the reason that the stock's going up there, Robinson. The reason the stocks are going up is that the Chinese government is relaxing rules around the COVID lockdowns and the legislation to kind of battle COVID. They're actually relaxing some of those rules so people can actually get to and from work, and that's why stock prices are going up, because companies that are operating in China, the likes of Li Autos and NIO and Xpeng and those others, can actually start producing again because the workers can go in and start working again. Yeah, that's what I do. I day trade crap momentum stocks, get them. That's exactly what I do every single day. These stocks are just garbage. And I wouldn't hold top shipping, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole if you were saying, where are you going to invest your money, Tony? No, I'll trade the momentum. I've made some good money on this last week, but you've got to be careful with it, because at any time it's going to hit the market with an offering. Pop shipping's notorious for this over the last few years. This one, and I think there's another one I can't remember off the top of my head, but it'll come to me. No, Khabib would take Tate's head off. That's a UFC match I'd like to see. A battle of the retirees. They're both retired. Get them both back in the ring. I'd pay. I don't normally pay for pay-per-view, but I'd pay pay-per-view to see Tate get his head taken off by Khabib, for sure. What are you guys watching today? There's a couple of halts already. And resumptions. News halts as opposed to volatility halts. Does anybody else suffer with dry eyes? And if you suffer with dry eyes, what is it that what is it you do? How do you treat it? Because I'm struggling with my dry eyes. Array Technology toner. There's nobody trading it. It spiked up to kind of 2370s. Now down at just under 22. There's nobody trading it. There's 11,000 shares traded. There's 133 trades being conducted all day. Excuse me. Yeah, nobody trading it. Well, Plateau, I think you might be on to Billy right now. I just don't know what's going on with it. It's kind of barcoding. The range is extremely small for Billy. It normally has a much bigger ATR than this. Look at this on the higher time frame. It's almost like an acquisition, but it's not. Let me have a quick look. Is there any news on why Billy's got this pattern, this formation on the price action? Okay. No, just sector news, sector strength, whatever. Yeah, well, good luck with that one, Neville. All right, if you're swinging it, like I say, over the 15 minutes, it's still it's difficult. You've got a nice double bottom, I guess, there for the move up, but it's pulling back a little bit. Look at it on the daily. Yeah, we've got key levels up here at kind of $23.50, $24. Key resistance levels, so just be careful of that if you're swinging it. So $23.50, $24 key resistance levels here with Array. Don't know how long you've been in it or when you got in, but those are levels that I would watch out for if you're long on it. If you're short on it, then it's looking bullish at the moment. I wouldn't go get in this short unless it broke $20 to the downside. But That's just me. And what do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Happy Mondays, beginner. Well, if you're long on it, it looks long to me. It looks like, but I would say watch those levels I just called out in terms of resistance. Because based on the daily chart, it struggled at those levels previously. I'm just going to take a bio break, and I'll be back in just a second before the bell opens. So Incense seems to be moving back up again. Again, I was only interested in this if it broke $3, and that's where it got rejected. So it's looking to try and make another move back up. What's my thoughts on DWAC right now? Absolutely not. Wouldn't touch this with. I wouldn't touch this with Alistair's account. This is horrible. I traded this last year very successfully. On probably my biggest trading day was down to DWAC and PHUN. Last October last year, I got over $100,000 in a day, which was a phenomenal day. And I was trading the warrants as well. That was when it all came out about the whole Truth Social and everything else. Huge momentum at the time. Right now, there's nobody trading it. From an intraday trading perspective, the DWAC is a SPAC. It's not a legitimate company. It's a blank check company with the view to raising money for Truth Social and all that kind of stuff. So it's not something that I would invest in long term. Right now, it's not something I would invest in intraday because there's nobody trading it. It's like less than 5,000 shares traded today. A little over 200 trades in total. So there's no volume, there's no volatility. There's it doesn't make or manufacture anything, or it's a blank check company. So there's no reason why I would be interested in DWAC right now. However, that being said, it does have a history of volatility. So when it has a media catalyst, when it has something that's making it move and volume comes in, like it did at the beginning of November, yeah, I'll trade it. I traded it at the beginning of November. I made money on it. So this is one of those, you watch it and you watch the movement and you look for a catalyst. Why is it in the media? Is it just because of social sentiment, or does it actually have a catalyst? And then you'll trade it. But you trade this on momentum. You don't hold it long term. That's my thoughts on DWAC. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. It could. It was a good mover on. You're excused, Alistair. It was a good mover on Friday. Let's have a look what it's doing right now. So it could be, it's 16% up at the moment, but the volume's died off. If the volume comes back in, there's no real. We've got 20 minutes before the bell. There's no reason why this couldn't be another mover, but it needs to get back above the VWAP. Ideally for me, it needs to get back above $3. I've already covered that off, but I've drawn this. We've got key resistance level up here at 316, but I've drawn this this rare line down here as well, and it needs to get above that, above the VWAP, then above that, then above $3. Then I might be interested. Until then, probably not. Had a really good day on Friday. If you look at this on the 15-minute, you can see that on Friday, had a really good day. Continued in the after hours up to kind of 332, but then sold off. It tried again, rejected. So it really needs to have that continuation. If you look at this from an upwards trend, you can see the higher lows here as well, the higher swing lows on the way up. So it had a good day Friday. It looks like it's having a continuation. I already called this out in the Discord before I even started trading, that it's having a continuation, but it needs to get over $3 for me. Yeah, I saw that earlier as well. AMC does tend to do that, but what you've got to understand is with AMC, when it has volatility, it moves well. So, I mean, the thing is with Shuttle Pharma, it's not too long ago. It's only what, August or September. This was up at $100, over $120. So this is something that really could pop, but it really needs to show sustained volatility and sustained momentum. And right now, it's not showing that. We've had one good day after a succession of a couple of months of just selling. We've had one get. If you look at this on the daily, for example, so this is you can see this moved up back in September, October time. What day is this? September. So back in September, beginning of September, it moved all the way up to 130, 126.26, and then it's come all the way back down again. A little bit of a dead cat bounce, but it's been selling ever since. So with a catalyst, this could get back up to 10, 20 or whatever, but it needs a catalyst and some sustained momentum, good volume. Yesterday I had good volume. It's the best volume day it's had for months, pretty much since it started. So that's what we need. We need more volume, and then we might get a bit more bullish action on it. That's all I've got to say about that. Right, what else is moving? Just the Chinese stocks, it seems, are moving at the moment. IKEA or IKEA at 360s. A lot of these Chinese stocks have moved up. So just put this into context. The with regards to the Chinese stocks. What did I put out there earlier? Yeah, so Chinese stocks are moving up based on rumors of China reopening, people being able to go back to work, the COVID measures being loosened, if you will. The quarantine requirements are basically being, and the same with Macau as well. So we're seeing a knock-on effect with Macau, which had some COVID cases over the last couple of weeks. They're now seem to be relaxing those as well. So resort and gaming stocks that have presence in Macau, the likes of MGM, etc., are seeing a gapping up today as well. So there's a knock-on effect there. What are you watching, guys? What are you trading? Have you traded the pre-market so far? Are you getting on? If you have. SPY's down, so the markets are down pretty much all kind of uniformly down below the VWAP, looking a little bit weak this morning. Will that continue at the bell? We've got 14 minutes to the bell. Will the markets continue to be a little bit weak, or will we get a rally and another green day? Friday was a great day on the markets. So let's have a look at the SPY on the 15-minute. So we had this initial sell-off on Friday, and then it just rallied and it actually finished just slightly down on Thursday's close. Thursday's close was here, and it was ever so slightly down, but the momentum was very bullish. Now we're selling off a little bit here, so the question is, will we get back up to kind of 407 and get green on the day? Will we test 410, or will we continue to sell off and break below the 400 level? As we bounced very nicely on Friday at 400 pre-market, and then up it went. Well, Humble, are you bearish or bullish on the SPY? It's looking weak right now. It's under the VWAP. This could be one for your puts. Could be. Actually, I don't know why. I just think it's going to turn around and go green today. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't base anything off it without looking at doing your own research. AMC seems to be making a little bit of a move. Yeah. Range is not great though. We're talking like 2.5% ATR. So probably not something that I would be interested in trading. I want something that's a little bit more volatile than that. If you want your merch, I trade with Tony merch. If you're a fan of the channel, get on the merch store, get yourself a mug, sweatshirt, t-shirt, whatever. If you order it now, you order it this week, you'll get it in time for Christmas. So I've been watching IO. It's the top one this morning, but volume's not great on it, which is what's a little concerned. It's kind of sideways and choppy at the moment with Iovance Bioscience. I mean, I did call out in the Discord the reason why Iovance is moving up. It's insider trading, but I'm not overly convinced right now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it won't continue to move up. I'm saying I'm not overly convinced with the direction. There's a little bit of a argument for a double bottom here on the 1 minute, and it's moved up. But realistically, let's have a look. I'm just going to put a rail line down through this. So realistically, it's going to beat that rail line. Get at it. We'll see what happens. The standard one is not good enough. I personally don't think the standard one is good enough. The essential package is what I recommend. So the standard one is it's very base. It's about 20 quid a month or whatever it is. But if you want you want to be able to take multiple charts, you want real-time data. You want to get different time frames. So you want to be able to look at pre-market information as well as post-market information, and you're getting all the scanners and the signals and everything else. You really want the essential package. And you can sign up for free. You get a 14-day free demo and take the full essential pack. Well, you get the full package for 14 days. But if you take the essential package, what you're looking for there, the thing is the free package. There's not much difference between the free. You get $27, and all you're getting is 15 delayed data for 15 minutes. You can get that for free on TradingView. So why would you pay 27 quid for it? You get a news feed, but no advanced filtering on the news feed. So that's a bit. You can get the news feed on ThinViz. You know, that's fine. Chart's fine. The movers are okay, but you don't get anything other than current session. You can't look at it on multiple time frames, like 15 minutes or 5 minutes or hourly or you know, only current session. So that's the movers. What else? That's pretty much all you get for 27 bucks. So the best package for me that I recommend is going for the essential package. If you're into options and you want some mentorship and you want ideas and some education on trading options trading strategy, then the options mentorship's quite good as well. I wouldn't say it's great for experienced options traders, because they're going to try and teach you stuff you probably already know. But if you're a beginner options trader, if you're trading options, then the options mentorship with Ben Zig is quite good. And you've got the war room, options war rooms and as well to that, the kind of the inner circle conversations as well. So Farron, the essential package. Now it's 177 bucks a month. I will call that out. So it's not cheap, but don't pay 177 bucks a month. Use my discount code in the link tree, and you'll get 35% off that for as long as you subscribe. Don't ever pay full price. Thomas, what time do I begin trading pre-market? 90 minutes before the market opens. So I've been trading for now. I've been streaming live. I begin trading 2 hours before the market opens. That's what my broker does. So I took a position with Tesla about 7:40 market time today, and it probably didn't move as quickly as I thought it was going to. So I got out of it. It's a profitable trade. It's a base hit of 250 bucks, which is, you know, 250 bucks a day is a good income. So I got 250 bucks out of Tesla. So that was before I even started the live stream. Now, the DBGI trade was on the live stream. I start streaming live at 8 a.m. market time, which is 90 minutes before the market opens there, Thomas. So you've missed the first 90 minutes, or the last 90 minutes of the pre-market. You've missed the first 90 minutes of my trading live. That cup of tea doesn't taste as nice as the one before it. I don't know why. So I'm getting DBGIs looking weak to me right now. The reason for that is we're getting this flat bottom here. Flat bottom around 405, 410, 405. Downwards wedge into a flat bottom. Typically would break downwards. NIO. Looking for anything that's worth trading right now. 10 cents bio. Probably not. Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. It popped up, sold off. It looks unreliable, and the volume's just not there. Looks like it's going to be a day for being patient. So guys, be patient. You'll get something. Just don't jump in. Don't look for something because you feel like you need to be trading. Just wait. Something will present itself. An opportunity will present itself. Hopefully, it'll present itself at the open in 4 minutes. But we'll see. Let's have a look at, did I mark out the, yeah I did, key levels. Put some horizontal key levels on this in case it pops at the open. So 850 and 866. Those are the two key levels. Key resistance level, key pre-market high. Okay, and away we go. Well, DBGI, it's not so much the VWAP that I'm. So it's broke the VWAP. It's broke this downwards resistance, and yeah, I'm not feeling confident with it right now. But we'll see. We'll put some horizontal lines here at pre-market high. $440. You can break 440 after the bell. Might be one of those gap and go scenarios. But we'll see. Don't mind it consolidating around the VWAP. That's not a problem. But it needs volume to come in, and which we'll get at the bell, and some kind of sustention. It needs to sustain the move. That's what's been missing right now. With a lot of stocks just haven't sustained over the last couple of months. Well, it's reasonable volume on Shuttle Farmer. I mean, it normally does 2.5 million shares a day. It's done 3.5 million, so it's not quite at what I would class as good relative volume, user, but it's higher relative volume. I wouldn't say it's good yet. So I look for 3x. If it's 3x or better, which, to be fair, after the bell we might get to that 3x level, but we certainly will get to the 2x. But Shuttle Farmer is probably not far off average volume at the moment. But we'll see. Let's go back to Shuttle Farmer here. Let's have a look at what the volume it did yesterday. 18 million on Friday it did. So we're nowhere near that. But previous days before that, it was struggling over 100,000. So keep an eye on it. Right, I'll switch the scanners over. We've got 25 seconds to the bell. BBGI might be the one that breaks as we in the next couple of minutes. There's the bell. There's the open. Well, Alibaba selling off, Tesla trying to go up, XPEV selling off, or XPeng, NIO selling off, BBGI just trying to decide which way it wants to go. It did test the pre-market high, didn't quite get there. Just trying to form this opening range, so we're not quite getting that gap and go. So I'm looking at anything that kind of hits the nail. Scanner's not yet realizing. What do I think of Tops? Sketch company. The Tops, they sold off their high there. They sold off over a weekend because they issued another offering, and that's what Tops does. They'll go below. They'll lose value now. That will get bought up. They'll have made more money for themselves, and then what they'll do is, as the depreciating value per stock, will do another reverse split, and then they'll pump the stock up again and hit with another offering. That's what they do all the time. So you just ride the momentum when they're doing it. And I called this out last week with Tops. I traded it last week because I traded the momentum, but I did call out, be careful with the offerings. That's what these dodgy, crappy, garbage companies do, and they're not making money through the regular normal business. So what they do is they hit the market they'll dilute the flow, hit the market with an offering, they'll pump up the stock price, hit the market with an offering to get some money in, and that's the only way they're staying afloat. So you've got to ask yourself a question: how often can they do that before they go bust? And the answer is quite a lot, actually. And Tops aren't the only ones that do that, by the way. That's a common market practice. That's one of the advantages of being a publicly traded company, is that you can artificially inflate the valuation of your company. I'm not seeing anything moving at all right now. Jim and Andrea. That popped up and then sold off. So Jim and Andrea aren't doing anything either. Right, here we go. We might get something with very. Peru's got earnings today, by the way, in case you're wondering. Not quite going parabolic though, so it's not something that I'm just going to get in right now. It was a miss for Veru. Yeah, absolutely, it was a miss for Veru. But that's what I'm saying about earnings. Don't try and second guess the market reaction to earnings, because quite frankly, the market can be completely illogical and irrational, and it can stay that way longer than you're going to be able to stay solvent. So it could be a miss, but the market rallies. It could be a rally, but the market misses. I look at what was the stock I was trading last week successfully. Let me just have a look at the journal. I can't even remember which one it was last week that was trading. Oh, CrowdStrike. So CrowdStrike had good earnings and sold off hard. No, it wasn't Grindr you used. No, you've all got this obsession with Grindr because I traded it on the IPO. Leave it alone, would you? Okay, so that's the opening range candles have all formed now. So the gap and go's gone. DBGI is just ranging sideways. We're getting quite a lot selling off. The S&P 500 trying to break upwards on the VWAP, but the Chinese stocks all selling off. So that could be a short. That could be worth looking at from a short perspective. No, look, if I have to take 1500 today and then that's it, that's what I'll do. But right now I'm not seeing any volatility or volume worth getting excited about. Trade what you use, yeah. If you like, invest in what you use. That's Warren Buffett's analogy. Invest in what you know. I've got most of my long-term holdings are in tech stocks, simply because that was where I spent most of my career. I know the tech industry. So it's a nice little flag formation on Veru. Especially on the 2 minute. DBGI finally making moves up. We broke that pre-market high, went up to, got 15 cents on it, but didn't sustain, and that's what we've been saying. We needed to sustain. It's quite a big upwick, is that? This isn't really exciting me right now. Oh, we've got what's the range is causing the losses here, potential losses here, because the ask hasn't moved that much from the from where I got in. So the ask is staying up there around 40, 42, 43, currently 44. So need this up above the $0.50. Needs to get above the $0.50 and sustain. Struggling at the $0.50 there. thought about adding to the position for a move up to the half and testing the $0.5, but the ask wasn't moving, so I'm not getting a benefit from that. Now the ask is moving downwards, and that's not really where I want to see it. The $0.5 is proving a little bit of a problem for Digital Brands Group, DBGI. We're going to get the break of the $0.5 now. I'm just going to get out. I'll take 150 loss on that one. It's just, I thought we were going to get that. We thought we were going to get the breakout because we got a higher high and then it just faked out and pulled back again. So I'll look at something else. I'll take the $150 hit on that one. Over. Selling off. Let's have a look at Veru again. Did Veru actually break any highs? Veru, yeah, actually did that consolidation. Didn't quite get up to the 620. This is what I'm looking at right now. So we're not getting that continuation anywhere right now. Sunlands Technology. Halted. Okay, so this was halted at 38, so this should resume at 43. Okay, yeah. Anybody seeing anything worth trading right now? Because I'm struggling to find something. It's just going to be one of those be patient days, I think. So we're not getting anything. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to be patient right now. Although if this breaks 7, could very much be interested. So this is Ehang Holdings, another one of those Chinese stocks. NIO. Trying to find a little bit of support on the closing price from yesterday. It gapped up and it sold off all its gains. So that's NIO. I'll take a look at Tilray. I'm just seeing if Ehang breaks $7 here. It had a really good day on Friday. Gapped up nicely. Broke $7. I got it at 7.05. Just take half off. Lock in $100. Get out the rest. Pulling back. So $50. Try again. Looks like it's going to move. Looking for support on $7, so I'm in at 7.12 now. Looking for 7.25. Needs to hold $7. 7.25. Ehang, one of these Chinese stocks that moved up over the weekend, gapped up over the weekend, but this one's actually trying to sustain and trying to move up. Looking at it on the daily, it's already over the resistance levels that I would have been cautious of. I'll check AMC in a moment. Yeah, no problem. Struggling up at 7.10. We're not getting the momentum. on any of these stocks right now. There's nothing really spiking. STG did halt. It resumed. It's kind of fallen off the charts. So this is a little bit of a pullback. Let's see if we can break highs now. So the high of day currently is 722. Up to 720 on the ask. We break highs here. 722 on 7. All right, okay, we're going to pull back. The high of day now is 726. We're looking for the quarter dollar on the ask. We got it on the bid. Sorry, on the bid. We got it on the ask. Now we're looking for it on the bid. We're probably looking for 730 on the ask, maybe. Come on, take the bid with you, Mr. Ask. It's not taking the bid with it. We're up on the ask, but it's just extending the spreads. It's not actually moving up the full price action, which is what I'm waiting for. Micro devil horns there if you were looking at the 1 minute. Stop at $7 just in case it does decide to retrace. Can we get over 725? That's the question. Giving it 11 cents here, so like I said, I've got to stop at $7. So it's just consolidating right now. Going back to that whole dollar level. Anything else moving before I get stopped out here? So I've got the stops out there. That pullback didn't quite get over the 725. Got rejected up at 725. Got it 725 on the bid, but on the ask, but not the bid. So that's okay. Shuttle Farmer now moving back up. If it gets above the VWAP, could be interesting. Meta breaking highs. Facebook breaking highs. Nice. which is kind of the opposite of what the S&P 500 is doing. So the S&P 500 is doing the exact opposite. And we get a $0.50 on this. See if we can't get 50 cents. I need the bathroom. Does anybody else need the bathroom? And where's the music gone? It's too calming. I need something to pep me up. That's the $0.25. There we go. Put 10-cent trailing stop in there for now. It pulls back. We get stopped out there. A little bit of profit. No problem, Clatty. I'll have a look at Tilray for you now there. And then we'll have a look at Tilray. Yeah, Tilray could be interesting over $5. Got rejected at $4.98. You need if it breaks below the VWAP, it could be a worry, but it's looking interesting. Trying to test that $5 level. Veru moving up, was it? Oh, he's well too good at typing in. So yeah, but it's not really moved up that much. I mean, we were looking at it here. It's like moved up 20 cents in the last 20 minutes. So I'm looking for something a bit more volatility. We're seeing that right now we're getting a bit of volatility with Shuttle Pharma. That's a nice little double top. Maybe I can't short it. Short sale restricted, so it is shortable, but only on the ask. This breaks the $0.25. Might be of interest. Right now, not so much. Alright, guys. Well, we're green. We got green. Just got to stay green. That's the thing. Just nothing worth trading to the upside right now. I'm thinking today could be a day to short. Tesla breaking lows again. Could very well be a day to short with Tesla. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what I'm watching on Shuttle Pharma at the moment is $3. Absolutely. But Tesla back down to 185. It bounced at 185 pre-market, so that's where we want to be be cautious. If you're thinking of shorting it, be cautious there because 185 is where it bounced previously. EBGI. Finally did break out, did you? You're going to break highs. Not convinced here right now. This could be very much a double top, so I needed this over 470. Struggled at 465 previously. The high of day currently 464, so just be careful. If it doesn't break over 465, this could sell off. GDS, I'll take a look. GDS for you. So GDS holdings selling off, hard sell. Got virtually nothing pre-market with GDS, but it's pulling back right now. It is shortable. I think today very well could be a day for shorting. I'll think about this, and whilst I go and hey Frederick, I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Are we on the light, guys? Do we have 3,000 likes? Can we feed the dog some duck or not? You can look at me all you want. You get snoring and they'll want to feed you. You're not snoring. Let's get over 3,000 likes. We'll feed the dog. There's not a lot else doing on the day, so DBGI needs to hold up there. I'm a little bit wary of this double top. So yeah, not exactly a great day at the moment in terms of momentum. Let's see, we've got the double top with EH, EHang Holdings, and that's sold off. EBGI trying to break new highs, which could be interesting. It's not going parabolic though. What happened with Veru? Very okay, so it got over 620. Yeah, but I don't know about the market being nervous. I think let's look at the overall market, shall we? Where's the SPY? I was selling. We could get a pullback towards 400, and then I think we'll get a bounce if we do. I still think we've got potential for this to dip and rip. We're going to sell off and then a move up. But we'll see. That's just me. What do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet. So, cheers, Dunkers. Have you had a look at it? Have you? Yeah, nothing's really moved up. There's plenty selling off and plenty looking like it's shortable. XPEV, for example, Look how that's looking very weak. I'm thinking of switching and going short right now. This breaks 1160. Just conscious of the $half there. Well, enjoy. Let's see if we can't get a bit of joy going short now. Yep, 10 cents on this. We're happy enough. It's the $half here, so we've got the $half and Friday's close price on XPeng here. Oh, there's a bit of a. There we go. We've got the 10 cents. Let's take. We took half off. Got 250 bucks. Break even, we'll get out. So got out at break even on that one. So look, it's base. It's going to be one of those days, base hit days. Might rack up the commissions, so we'll see what happens. Morning, well, afternoon, Victor. Morning where you are, I guess. So I'm getting a little bit of a bounce on the yesterday's closing price. Kind of thought that was going to be the case. DBGI actually moving up nicely. Well, this is looking reasonably. Tesla looking very weak as well. Now we broke through that level there, Tesla. We broke through the 185 level, so Tesla could continue. But the market's selling off as well. NIO selling off, the market selling off. Let's go back to XPEV. Kind of a bouncing there a little bit. A bit of a little bounce. We're looking for the low here is 56, so that's where we get in again. Where am I at? I'm in Ireland, Victor. So it is afternoon. It's definitely afternoon in Sweden. Yeah, the overall market's selling off. So I think today, with the exception of DBGI, which I've kind of given a miss, so we're looking at DBGI again. It's a little bit extended for me to jump in there up at that level. It'll be a day for shorting today. Well, the market's starting to bounce now. DBGI over 5 could be very interesting. 181. Nice to see it over $5. Well, yeah, absolutely. And you're saying that the Swedish sort of, you've got some good football supporters up there as well, just not a great football team at the moment. Even if you do have Zlatan. One man doesn't make a team. $4.17 I've gone. Pull the back. A little bit too much for my liking. Let's have a quick look. Get Tesla. NIO looking very weak. Yeah, it's going to be one of those difficult trading days today, I think. DBGI, I'm going to get back in if it moves back up. But Peru, DBGI, there's not much difference in the pricing. $1 or $2. So come on, let's see if we can't test. Let's see if we can't test $5. DBGI 485, new high, current high is 87, so we're at 490. It's 89 on the ask, so that's a new high of day. Struggling a little bit. $0.02 off on the ask. Yeah, well, that's Latin for you. He thinks he's still got it. Same as Ronaldo thinks he's still got it. Ronaldo's what, 37 now? Father Time waits for no man, you know, it creeps up on us all. I mean, I thought I was invincible when I was 40, but still tried to play rugby, but I couldn't. I couldn't play rugby when I was 30. My knees were knackered. So, no point in devil horns here. So I've just got in before the devil horns formed, so that's not good. I've just gone in big size, as always. Unless we get the bounce at the support here at 470 like we did last time. This could be the start of a red day today. Benzinga Pro, go for the essential package. Unless you're into options, unless you're into trading options, you want the essential package. The cheaper package, it's delayed data, and you want real-time data. You absolutely want real-time data. Otherwise, you're not going to see the moves as they're happening. You're going to see them after they've gone. So you want the essential package on Benzinga Clubberty. How do you get a real-time trading platform? Well, you should have a real-time trading platform. If you're trading, if you're looking for a simulator, you're gonna have to pay for a simulator. If you're actually looking at trading, your broker will give you a platform, or you get a direct access platform. You can't trade unless you've got real-time data. It's simple. So if we can break a new high on the 1 minute, then, or on the 2 minute for that matter. What's the high at the moment on that one is 77. So if we can get 77. I'm not comfortable here right now on this. I think this is going to pull back. We've got the devil horns on the 5 minute and the 2 minute, which is not ideal. It's looking like it's selling off, or at least a retracement at least. Bed Bath and Beyond. Since Aaron pulled the rug on the Reddit crowd, it's never been the same. It was ready to squeeze, and he went and pulled the rug. He should have, if he got out gradually, he would have made a lot more money, and everybody else would have made money with him. But no, he pulled the rug, which is typical. That's Bed Bath and Beyond. Adam Aaron. He sold all his. He took a big stake and then sold all his shares in one go and tanked the stock. It went up to like $30, and then he tanked it by taking it all out in one go. It's never been the same since. Nobody trusts it now. We're sent off the ask. I was a little bit, gotta say, I am a little bit nervous about this. I was a little bit nervous about it. DBGI. Just took a couple of thousand off. I'm still not convinced. Yeah, a lot of these CEOs play the game the same as the rest of us do. And if we had that level of stock and influence, we'd do exactly the same. It's all about the money. And don't pretend that you wouldn't. We're in this game for one reason and one reason only, and that's to make money. And if we can do that by, you know, putting on a brave face in front of the crowds and get them to buy the stock and then selling the stock, we'd do it. We absolutely would. Well, that's allowed me to get out for a profit at least. Yeah, DBGI. Way too many exit indicators there. So I was nervous about that. I thought that was actually going to pull back and test the VWAP. But look, it allowed me to get green. What are we thinking about NIO? I wasn't actually thinking about NIO. I was thinking about shorting NIO earlier. Let's have a quick look at NIO again. Yeah, I was contemplating shorting it earlier. Still might. I still think it's a shorter's market right now. Veru, I'm glad I didn't get in it because I would have been long. What have we had anything moving up right now? So that went up to the $0.50 and then dropped back under $6. So I was looking at Veru here. It struggled to get up above 620, and then when it started, just very slow all the way up to 650. I thought 650, yeah, I might be interested in it. It's just didn't find it. So Veru, probably not something. I've shorted Veru in the past, maybe. We'll see. It's absolutely, Imran. I'm struggling to actually stay green at the moment. I mean, like I say, get green, stay green, but I'm struggling with that today. At least I'm green right now. Yeah, no, this is just choppy sideways. I mean, there's an argument for cup and handle, maybe yeah, but I'm not feeling that either. On the 5 minute, argument for a inverse head and shoulders on the 5 minute. There's one shoulder, head, another shoulder. What's the high of day so far? It never got anywhere near the pre-market highs. Yeah. So I'm not it's just one of those days. Very difficult trading. So this is United Airlines moving up nice too. United Airlines is up 2% on the day. Let's see, is there a catalyst for this? There's unusual options activity, analyst upgrades, a couple of analyst upgrades. Not seeing any other catalyst other than that. Could be interesting though. If it breaks $45. Taking a position, 45.04. See if we can't get 10 cents at least on this. There's the dog snoring. Yeah, you and me both of Alistair. It's one of those days, I think. It's a difficult day. It's a very choppy day to trade. It's not easy out there at the moment, guys. So just be careful on the markets. It's very choppy today. I'm just giving this 5 cents. So if it breaks below 45, I'm just going to get out again. I think it's just going to be a day for small base hits, lock them in, get in, get out, lock them in. And I'm 200 green at the moment, just barely. I'm going to get over 45.10. That's the question. That's the question on my lips. I don't know about you guys. United Airlines. Good analyst ratings, upgraded. Let's see, does the market follow the analyst? Looking at this on the 2 minute, we've got... Let's have a look at it on the 1 minute actually. I was trading it on the 2 minute, but I thought, oh, no, a minute, I can look at it on the lower time frame to see if they've got any kind of micro exit or entries. In your own time. It's struggling up there. Let's get it. May as well lock in a bit of profit. Thanks for the transaction, if nothing else. It's just not breaking out. And if it's not breaking out, then it's not breaking out. Veru. Let's have another look at Veru. It's just going to be one of those days, I think. It's just difficult to... This went all the way down to 550 and back again. So we've just had a 50-cent move to the upside here. So Veru could be interesting. Not really something... Well, what are we going to do, guys? I mean, we're not really making money today. We're not losing money, but we're not making any money today. It's just one of those choppy market days, very sideways, very don't really do much. I think it's going to be a day for shorting. I'm going to see if there's anything worth shorting. Let's have a quick look at where we are in terms of I'll put the losers on there as well. Any momentum to the south side? Probably not. Raw Medical. Let's have a look. We traded this to the upside last week. Raw Medical, yeah, not feeling that right now. It's sideways and choppy. They're all very sideways and choppy right now, guys. That's what I would be worried about right now. Somebody talked about Grinder earlier. Well, there you go, up at 732. You got the devil horns, the doji, so there you go. Probably reverse now. CrowdStrike sold off hard. Finding support at that kind of 120.80 level. 3/4, 120.75 maybe. Yeah, 120.75. $0.75. So that's CrowdStrike finding support there. NIO went it down as low as kind of 1260. Just eyeballing this. It's under 1260. Red on the day. Somebody wanted me to look at AMC. AMC popped up, sold off. It's flat. It's pretty much flat on the day. AMC less than a percentage point down, but it's down. Yeah, there's just not a lot trading, not a lot worth trading today, guys. So just take a look for yourself, see what you think is worth trading. If you don't think it's worth trading, don't trade. It's probably better to sit on your hands if you're not seeing. I'm seeing a lot of sideways choppy. I'm seeing unreliable moves south. I'm seeing unreliable moves north. So just be careful there. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm going to wrap up the stream in a second. So let's have a quick look at what I'm going to ask you lot to do. Check out the link tree. That's probably the best thing to do. If somebody mentioned there, I think it was Donuts, Dunker's Donuts mentioned the day trade with Tony merch. So as you can see, I'm wearing the this is the one of the hoodies, just a fat guy on the internet. Got more here, so if you want to check out the entire, so this is the same one, different color. If you want to check out the entire store there, I've got a full catalog of merch on the store. There's my face, but you've got beanies, wine coolers, hats, shirts, t-shirts, even with Miyako snoring. You come onto my channel for Miyako snoring, get yourself a phone case, and I trade with Tony phone case, coffee mugs, dog bowl. Of course, I've got my own coffee mug, as you can see. Get green, stay green. Wife beaters, mouse mats, the whole 9 yards. There's quite a lot of stuff there. Sweaters. It is sweater season, so get on that. That's the day trade with Tony merch store. Get on that. If you want to learn how to trade, If you don't know how to trade, then you want to learn how to trade, or if you know how to trade but you're struggling to be profitable, then come join the Day Trade with Tony community. So this is the Day Trade with Tony course. By signing up for the course, you get the educational content, and you also get access to the private Discord where I'm happy to be your mentor. And we've got a trading room there as well, where we're constantly, not just myself, full of active traders, so we're constantly calling out what we're seeing on the market, what's moving, what's not moving. So just because I'm not streaming, you can still get that information if you're in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, if you're on the in the Day Trade with Tony community. So here's this full syllabus. Go and check that out. These links, of course, this is my link tree. If you're watching on Twitch, the link is up there. If you're watching on TikTok, then just go to my profile. You'll see the link tree, the link that's got the link tree TikTok trader in my profile, and that link will bring you here. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't have to do that. You can just go into the description of this video, and all these links are there already. Benzinga, try this out for 14 days. Why? What is Benzinga? What's it look like? So you've already been looking at two of the scanners I use on Benzinga, but if you want to go through and try this out for free for 14 days, this is how I set up my Benzinga. So I've got my gap scanner, I've got my momentum scanner, I've got the surging stocks here, I've got signals and alerts here, I've got the rolling news ticker here. There's so much more to Benzinga than what you're actually seeing here, but this is what I use on a day-to-day basis. But like I said, there's so much more to Benzinga than just that. So check it out for free for 14 days. If you like it, don't pay full price. Please don't pay full price. A couple of people have asked me what package you should go for. Anything less than the essential package is delayed data, and you really need real-time data. So go for the essential package. If you're an options trader, then you might want options membership, options education, and that's fine too. Benzinga, it's well worth it's worth its weight in gold. It's more than, because it doesn't weigh that much. But Benzinga Pro, fantastic. I use TradingView in addition to Dash Trader for charting, by the way. And if you're not using TradingView, it's a free tool. Go and check it out. It's ad supported. If you don't want the ads, you can subscribe into it, and again, you can get real-time data if you subscribe into it. But I use TradingView for my journal. People asking me what I'm doing, and this is so you can see here the reports. This is TradingView, the calendar right now. So this is I'm not going to go into the monthly, because quite simply we've only had 2 days so far of December. But you can see here that all of my trades that I've had all year have been on, I've logged on here, and you can see here December. Last week we had a very good start to December. We're green at the moment. Today, I say at the moment, we're going to stay green. You all know my mantra: get green, stay green. In terms of where we are we're 40k off, 1.16 in terms of the total. We're above the daily gain for the year. So my average goal, I set myself to have $5,000 per day average. Doing that, just 100k per month ahead of goal for that. So yeah, we're not doing too badly at the moment for the year. We're in a really good place across the year. You can see my K ratio is actually 7, so I'm very profitable. And the risk versus reward across the course of the year is very good. It's basically the gradient of your equity curve here, but you get negatives for the big drawdowns. So over the course of the year, my risk reward is actually really good based on where I'm actually at. My accuracy, as you can see here, 67 versus 32, or 66-33, whatever you want to look at. It's 2 to 1. My trade accuracy picking up. Today I'm actually doing really well, even though I'm not making that much money. I've taken 5 winning trades and 1 losing trade, so it's a 5 to 1. Over the course of the year, 2.3 versus 1.2, so almost 2.4 versus 1.2. That's a 2 to 1 ratio there. So that's TradingView. It's a really good tool for analysing your journals. People wanting to know what platform that I'm trading on, what is the software, it's just Dash Trader Pro. So I'm going to finish up the stream. There's my Benzinga platform again. So I'm going to finish up the stream in just a second. So yeah, just check out those links in the link tree or in the description, and I'll be back at it. I'm not particularly bothered about doing a power hour stream tonight. I'll probably take tonight off, but I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. So come join me tomorrow. 8 a.m. market time, 1 p.m. here in Ireland. It's the same in the UK. If you're in Sweden or Germany or anywhere else on the continent of Europe, it'll be 2 p.m. I'll be trading live yet again, and we'll do it all over again, and hopefully it'll be a lot more fruitful than today. I mean, we're green today, so we're going to stay green. It's $275 at the moment. It's absolutely pouring down, so I'll wait for the rain to stop before I take the dog for a walk, and I'll continue trading for a little bit longer. And I'll just finish the stream here, and I'll see